Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Young Guns. I'm Austin Proulx with the Wilson Combat Shooting Team, and I'm here with Guy Joubert today, and we're going to talk about the Wilson SFT9.
You and I both shared this prototype throughout last shooting season. I started off with it, and this was the first one that we had built here kind of as a prototype to test with. Shot a couple matches with it when the team was out in August. You fell in love with it. You stole it from me.
I did. We traded.
We did trade. You took it back out to Colorado with you. You shot several matches with it.
Yeah, I shot a bunch. Basically the rest of the season from that point on, I shot with that pistol.
So this gun has like 3 or 4 division championships in CCP under its belt between the two of us. I got mine back at the end of the season last year, and then we built yours, and you've been running it so far this season. How's that working out for you?
Loving it. Loving it.
On yours, we did a little bit extra kind of Wilson Combat special sauce, and we haven't released this yet, but by the time this video hits, we will have all the information about this. But kind of tell us what your thoughts are on this, what we call the grit texture. It's basically kind of like rhino liner? Sort of. Skate tape built into paint?
The closest thing I equate it to is like silicone carbide coating that they do on pistols, but with paint. So it's integrated from the factory. It's not something you have to have sent off and done anywhere. And it's like having skate tape integrated into the grip from the factory. And it's awesome. I love it. I mean, the track pattern on the front and back strap of the SFT is awesome to begin with. But then you add that onto it, and it's like adding 80 grit sandpaper on top.
So what we've done is when the armor-tuff is still wet on the frame, we will come in and apply the grittiness to the wet armor-tuff, and then spray another coat, light coat, over the top of it, which kind of bonds that gritty texture media to the frame itself. And we've done this on polymer frame guns. We've done a 320 for you. We've done some 320 modules and some 365 modules for some of the other team members when they were out here in August to kind of get a good test base for this. You've had this gun since December?
I think December.
How many rounds do you have through it?
4,000 or 5,000, somewhere in there.
And tell us about your cleaning technique to get your nasty skin, your hand skin out of the back strap.
On the back strap, because it's so aggressive and because I've got quite a bit of callus buildup, you'll get some deposit there. And I basically just take a brass wire brush and scrub it. I'm not nice to it. I was being told to test this finish, so I haven't been nice to it, and it's been honestly surprising me quite a bit how well it's held up to that. So I'll scrub it out with that and then just hit it with some compressed air, and it's like nothing ever happened. I've been really impressed with how well this has held up, especially since it's got more traction than regular armor-tuff, and I wear regular armor-tuff off of guns pretty quickly with my skin, not just holster wear. So it's been really impressive to me, honestly, how well that's held up so far, because I've not been nice.
And this is a new feature that we've been testing with some of our shooting team members. Pleased with the results so far. And I think we're ready to roll this option out as a finish upgrade to aluminum frame guns, steel frame guns, polymer, the grip modules for the SIG 320, 365s. We'd probably do it on Glocks, Berettas. The sky's the limit on what we could apply this option to. So enough about the cool finish. Tell me what you wanted when we were building this gun for you.
So before the first SFT was ever released, that prototype gun right there that you were shooting when I fell in love with it, like I said, like a week or two before it actually got released, I said, can I have one with a light rail? And you said, no, you can't have one with a light rail.
Because we don't do that.
Right.
Well, yesterday when we were on the range. What did I bring you to shoot?
An SFT with a light rail.
Okay, so, and a lot of you guys out there have asked for this, wondered why we haven't done it. All your dreams and wishes are now coming true. So we are introducing a light rail option on the SFT model. Austin, you shot this yesterday. What were your thoughts on it?
It's the gun that I wish I had to begin with.
Well,
I wish this had a light rail on it.
The good news is I know where your FFL is.
Right.
So what this allows the end user to do is attach weapon lights, weapon lasers, light laser combos, kind of open up the application and use for the SFT model by providing that light rail to where you can accessorize further than what you already can. A lot of people are running lights on their handguns now in their work and personal carry. It's becoming more and more popular. Do you carry a weapon light on your
I do, yeah.
normal gun?
Yeah, I've got a 365 with a Wilson module on it, and it's got a little Streamlight TLR6, one that clamps around the trigger guard. I like to be able to see what I'm shooting. You know? And there's definitely added utility in competition as well, not just concealed carry or home defense or duty weapons. Now you've got a little bit more weight out front, and it's being allowed across more and more divisions and more sports. So, you know, you can take your carry gun, your home defense gun, your duty gun, and take the exact gun and not change anything, take it over to competition, and you've got that slight edge of having a couple more ounces out on the front, you know.
Keep that muzzle flip down a little bit
and with the added weight of the rail out there, so.
When I was in law enforcement many moons ago, always ran a weapon light on my duty gun. I don't typically carry a weapon light on a carry gun.
You've always got a handheld though.
I've got two handhelds.
Right.
Because one is none and two is one. But I've got option A and B for a light, 2C, if that situation arises. But I think a lot of our customer base has been asking for this. Austin's Exhibit A, and now we've brought it to the table, and you can order an SFT with the light rail now, and we're excited to release this. You guys have asked for it, and we try to listen to what you guys are saying and make what you want available to you. So now we have the SFT9 with a light rail, and we're excited about it. Austin's excited about it, and I think a lot of you guys are going to be excited about it, and those of you that have patiently waited for this, we appreciate it. And there will be more videos, I'm sure, to come of the SFT with the light rail and other videos just on the SFT in general. We originally built you an Experior Commander, the kind of the big brother to the SFT. It was kind of what the SFT was based off of. It also features the track pattern, but it has the grip panels like our EDC X9 model. And I've got pretty good size hands.
Bear paws.
Thought you had pretty good size hands. I thought you'd love that gun. So we tried that gun out with you for a little while, and you thought it was a little bit too big because you're used to shooting 1911s.
Yeah, single stack 1911s since I was 13, basically. That's pretty much all I've shot until I switched over to this gun.
That was another thing that I wanted to show you when you were out here, because you'd already given me that feedback about how it felt a little bit bigger in the hand than a single stack 1911. And when you guys were out here in August, I was like, hey, try this. You shot it during the video that we did at the range that day, and that's when you stole it because
didn't give it back.
Yeah, you didn't give it back because you thought that the geometry of the frame and the lack of grip panels allowing us to get this thing a little bit thinner than what the Experior double stack is. You like that because it felt more similar to a single stack 1911 in your hand. Yeah,
absolutely. And like I said, for 13 years now, I've been shooting single stack 1911s, whether it was a full size or a compact. So I was used to that frame profile, and the Experior is really comfortable in the hand, but it's a little bit rounder.
It is,
and it didn't jive with 13 years of single stack muscle memory. So I was having a little bit of trouble adapting to it, and I had some big matches coming up in the next month or two. So when I picked this up, it was actually that one right there. When I picked that up, it just felt exactly like what I was used to.
This magic moment happened.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were doves.
I'd sing, but y'all don't
There
want
were
that.
doves flying out and gracefully, skimming my face with their feathers. It was great. But 15 plus 1.
Yeah.
So,
which with the rule changes in IDPA, this is kind of the go-to, in my opinion,
yeah.
for the CCP division, which
Yep.
you and I were both shooting. You were shooting primarily last year and have been for the last couple years.
Yeah, I've switched over almost completely to CCP.
I was shooting CCP mainly to get rounds on this test mule,
Yeah.
but because I enjoy shooting this gun so much, I'll probably shoot some more CCP matches, just not if you're there.
I think you should still do it.
Okay, I'll
You
try
should still do it.
The thin, there's a visible difference and a definite feel difference in the SFT versus the EDC X9 or the Xperia double stack, and it is, I would agree with you, it's very similar to a single stack 1911.
Yep.
Which is nice for those of us who grew up shooting single stack 1911.
Or don't have actual bear paws for hands.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good size though. Still, I can get both hands on the gun. Some guns that are like really thin, I feel like I can't get my support hand on the gun because these fingers are dang near touching back here, and I have no place to put this.
You're just holding your other hand.
Yeah, I'm just holding my other hand.
Yeah.
But on this gun, it is thin, but it's not too thin in my opinion for big hands to still be able to get good purchase with both hands on the frame.
Yep.
Thank you for watching this episode of Young Guns. We hope that you enjoyed it. Leave your comments below on topics that you'd like to hear from us about in the future, and we'll try to get together again and make some of those topics happen.
Absolutely.